Did you know it takes someone 7 seconds to make a decision about you? By now, I reckon it's probably been about 7 seconds. You've probably already made a decision about me, from the way that I walk, the way that I talk, or even the way that I look. The average adult spends 57,000 out of 60 to 70,000 hours in their lifetime making decisions, whether they're conscious or subconscious, what to eat, what to wear, whether you walk out of my talk right now or stay and listen. Decisions change our opinions, decide our actions, and shape our character. So today, I want to talk to you about one of the most important things in life: how to make a decision. But more importantly, how to make a good one. When we were told to pick something to talk about, I thought, what better than the thing that got me doing this in the first place? But more on that later. As you know, my name is Joy. 3 facts about me is my favorite color is blue. My favorite food is probably cheese, but I don't like blue cheese. And I love football. But possibly the best thing for you to know about me for my talk is that I'm absolutely awful at making decisions. Trying to choose between 2 things that should be straightforward, and I just can't do it. I would say, well, I don't know, you choose. So these are techniques that I use to help myself and know that work and help to make decisions. Like I said, I love football, so I'm going to use one of the things I'm most passionate about, which is football, to help you understand. Anyone in here like football? A few. I play defense. Personally, I feel like the base of a good football team is their defense. They can tackle, they can shoot, and they're often the best players at reading the attackers in the game. But why not the goalie, I bet you're thinking? Because they stop all the goals from going in. Well, if you think about it this way, there are multiple midfielders and multiple defenders in a football team, so they share out the pressure. But there is only one goalie, and they're the closest to the goal. So there is so much more pressure on them if they lose the ball. In a 1v1 situation, they don't have time to think about what to do. They just act like on instinct. And more often than not, it works out well. The attacker, on the other hand, has time to analyze and plan, where should I dribble to? Where should I shoot? Now, you're probably wondering how my points relate. I'm meant to be talking about decisions, and somehow I'm up here talking about football. Well, when you're with someone, you can be the goalie, and you can get them to be the attacker, get them to pressure you. Say, either you choose in 5 seconds, or you're not choosing either. So I want you to try it. I want you to choose between Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran. You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who picked Ed Sheeran? Who picked Taylor Swift? Well, it looks like Ed Sheeran won that one. In that moment, you'll either pick one and leave, or don't, and you realize that you need to pick one in the 5 seconds next time. However, what if you're on your own? Number 2 is a random spinning wheel. All you have to do is search up online, input the answers, and then obviously spin the wheel. This one can be helpful to show which one you actually want. Sometimes I spin the wheel and realize that I subconsciously lean more towards one than the other. It can be helpful to reveal which one you truly want. And my third and final technique for short term is ip, dip, do. This is the quickest and most efficient of all of them. I even used it, if I'm being completely honest, for this opportunity. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it, and I was scared of speaking in front of so many people. But I did the first thing that popped into my head, which was ip, dip, do, starting on the top one. And surprisingly, it landed on yes. And that's how I got myself into doing this, and that's what I meant when I said that I was going to talk about something that got me into doing this. Although, when you're choosing between 2 things, with ip, dip, do, there is a trick to knowing which one it's going to land on. So don't search that up if you want to know. Now, what if I was to take this massive blow-up ball, right, and just throw it at you? Although parents are definitely the experts in this field, you would probably catch it, or try to. Not everyone's sporty. But the second time round, I would tell you, I'm going to say, I'm going to throw the ball at you. And you would have you would have time to pick it up, and you would have a moment to think, well, this is what I know is going to happen in this situation. I know she's going to throw it at me, and this is what I'm going to do in this situation, so I'm going to catch it. It gives you time to take a moment and step back and take a moment to think about what you're going to do. Now, on the flip side to the goalie, which reflected spontaneity, we can now talk about the attacker, which reflects planning in advance and making educated decisions. I've been choosing my GCSEs recently, and to help me decide, I used my 3 big questions, which are very similar to the Ikigai method, but with my own spin on it. I decided to use the 3 questions that were, number 1, ¿en qué soy bueno? What is something that I'm good at? So, in case you hadn't already guessed, for that one I picked Spanish. Number 2, what is something I'm good at? So I picked PA. And number 3, what is something that is beneficial for my future? So for that one I picked food and nutrition. These 3 big questions can be applied to lots of long-term decisions. Number 5 is a pros and cons list. This one you might be thinking, oh, this is so not original. Everyone always picks a pros and cons list. But this one is actually really good to help you discover the outcomes and realize if something terrible is going to happen that you don't want to happen, or something really good that you do want to happen. This one can be really helpful for you to take a step back and think about the consequences of your actions. And number 6, the most important but the hardest, stop caring about what other people think. Often, we think that people judge us for choosing something, but equally, people can judge you for not choosing something. You can't please everyone at once, because everyone always has different opinions. So my challenge to you today is to make your decisions based on you, not others, because the person your decisions will affect the most is you. So, to recap, number 1, get someone to pressure you. Number 2, use a random spinning wheel. Number 3, use ip dip do, or eeny miny mo, either are effective. Number 4, the 3 big questions. What am I good at? What is something that I enjoy? And what is something that is beneficial for my future? Number 5, a pros and cons list. And number 6, stop caring about what other people think. The last thing I want to leave you with is a statistic. A research done by the BBC showed that 58% of people in the UK struggle with what they call a decision paralysis. Are you going to stay a part of the 58% or join the 42%? The decision is yours. Thank you for listening.